Now, let's divert away from that question. Let's go to the United States of America. Today is an epoch-making day in the U.S. where President-elect Joe Biden is coming in and the outgoing President Donald Trump is leaving. About noontime, they are going to be swearing in Joe Biden. A lot of countries have been lobbying for foreign policy amendment and review in the United States, which is a particular stance, a hardliner. Donald Trump didn't want that to happen, but now India, Venezuela, you name it, including African countries, are trying to lobby the incoming president. Do you think anything is going to change as long as foreign policy is concerned when Mr. Biden takes the mantle of office?
The truth is, as far as foreign policy is concerned, fundamentally, in substance, most things will not change. But in approach, I think a whole lot of things will change. There is the perspective about how Trump was brash, not engaging enough, apparently even insulting in certain instances when it comes to how he handled even valid international relation matters. So, for example, I heard the nominee of Biden in speaking yesterday and saying that Trump was right about his China policy. So the substance of the policy, and I'm talking about this guy is a very close ally of Biden. So he believes that the stance of China is right. But what he probably thinks they need to tweak is how Trump has approached it. And we're going to have several of all these issues along that same pattern. If Trump had said, all of these influx of, unauthorized or illegal immigrants into our country, we're going to stop it, we'll stop people coming from this country, from that country, and all of that. There may still be a reason to make certain stoppages. But it might not be the same approach that Trump has used.
Okay. So
the liberals and the conservatives tend to take different approach to matters. It's not like PDP and APC now.
Now, you just raised a point, and you talked about Joe Biden's ally making comments and talking about Mr. Trump's policy concerning China. Trump and China, the U.S. and China, the tension has been very, very high, most especially in the aspect of the economy, where a lot of tech giant companies from China has been under severe sanction in Trump's administration. If that's the case, that means we don't see anything changing at the moment, as long as the relationship between the U.S. and China is concerned, even at a very, very fragile state at the moment.
It may change because they are apparently from the position of the liberals, the people can sit down and talk better and agree. You see, some of the problem with the approach of Trump was that while you do things in a brash approach, you may also take steps that while you are hurting whoever you are trying to hurt, you're also hurting yourself. So some of the steps that were taken against China also hurt some businesses in America. So there's going to be a revisit, more or less like a renegotiation of that relationship under Biden. The substance of the fact that, this relationship is not particularly bad, that substance may not go away. So America has come to realize that we need to take a second look at all these relationships and make it more favorable to us. So America will continue to go in the direction of making relationships to be more favorable in their direction. Just as the approach will be slightly different.
Let's briefly move away from that. Let's go to the United States of America away from the foreign policy aspect. President Donald Trump, during his last days of office, most especially the epoch-making issue of the Capitol riot that took place on the 6th of January, which seemed to be the last straw that broke the camel back in marring the Trump administration. And that has set him in the path to be impeached twice, or impeached the second time by the House of Representatives under the leadership of Nancy Pelosi. And now the former Senate leader, who is a Republican, said that the Trump impeachment trial by the Senate should be deferred. Now the incoming Senate leader is from the platform of the Democrat in person of Chuck Schumer, and he is saying that Trump should be impeached during the trial immediately after Biden is sworn in. Now, if he's impeached or if he's indicted, he cannot hold public office again in the United States of America, and his second chance of contesting for president in the States will be completely marred. Do you think that's going to take place?
My take on this is that it might not happen, and I'll tell you why. Already, unless the Democrats do not perform creditably well, then most likely they will get a second term. If they don't perform creditably well, they also deserve to lose to the next Republican. As simple as that. The Trump has already been impeached twice. And the only way to show that the Trump way is wrong is for Democrats to do well in this term that they have been given. The issue of want to remove Trump, even after Biden has been sworn in, will not achieve anything beyond further dividing America.
I mean, Joe Biden's cabinet, we hear that there are foreigners too, Nigerians who are United States citizens there too. What's your take on that?
It's a beautiful thing. In fact, I just saw somewhere now that one of the songs by Burna Boy, Destiny, it's part of the song that was selected for. And I don't know whether that has to do with the influence of increasing influence of Nigerians in America, and the fact that some key guys in some key roles are actually Nigerians in that administration. Having said that, I believe that will help us to have a listening ear with Joe Biden. He should give us a soft landing when we have to discuss and to negotiate with the American government on any matters, or seek their support. For example, a chunk of stolen money in Nigeria still end up in America. So if we're going to sit down with the American government and discuss, hopefully this will give us the right level of exchange. Beyond that, these gentlemen and women are, though they were of Nigerian origin, in their current role, they are Americans first and Nigerians second.
Okay.
So Nigeria must still learn that the solution to its problem will come from Nigeria. That you goes irrespective of the fact that they have your people in their cabinet are not coming here to come and fix our problems. We will fix our problems.
Okay, now still in that direction, in the time of President Barack Obama, there's no visit. He didn't pay visits to Nigeria in his two-term administration. But the President, Donald Trump, from the platform of the Republicans, still didn't pay any visit to Nigeria. Do we see Joe Biden visiting Nigeria in his first tenure in office, given the fact that we see some Nigerians taking key position in his cabinet?
It's possible. But that would just be. It's more or less a ceremony. But because when they visit like that, it shows the relationship has improved. Over Obama's period, the relationship was not nice. That is the reality. The perspective of Nigeria from the American viewpoint was not in that all through that period. And as far as Trump was concerned, Nigeria is just a small fry. There is nothing to be gained by any close association with us. That is the reality. So under Biden, with all the Nigerians in the cabinet, and the possibility that we can have better rapport with the U.S. by virtue of this, it is possible that we might have a Biden visit. But what will be more important is not just the visit, it is the relationship that we're able to build and translate into something for our people.
Okay. Mr. Gbolahan Olojede is a political commentator. It's been a very wonderful moment with you this morning on the Newspaper Review.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're very much welcome.